It's coming up right. Oh, it is coming up right now. Look at that. Right into the pistol round.
There we go.
And of course, 5Power starting on that CT side. Is that where we're really favoring them? Obviously, they had some really good T sides yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah. I guess maybe Swole Patrol. I don't know who won knife, to be honest. I can't tell you who picked what, because sometimes people would pick the T side of this map a little earlier to maybe get the hard side out of the way. But either way, match has started. All 5 people from Swole Patrol taking player ground. Looks like a fast strat. Hopefully I could see like, maybe a little hurricane, make some noise out here, run back to connector, go through B, maybe back to A. Mind games.
They're causing a lot of a stir, and this rush right up long is going to be, oh, what a headshot! Starting it off from Toy with a bang, and they're going to funnel into PTC as well, who hides away. Cast everybody, all the CTs up, pins it on this bomb site. A 4 versus 2 in silence. Got a lot of work to do. It's Zealous to bring one back. Now 3 versus 2 as they're going to back off, possibly back towards this B site.
And 5Power, they definitely over-rotated really quickly. Cabal is finally falling back to the graffiti area. He does have spot on the B bomb site, so he's able to call it. He's just able to get a kill, and he does get a kill on to Silent. Huge one right there, and just like that, making it look easy. I mean, all he had to do was stay alive, spot it out, wait for his teammates, but getting 2 kills in the process. What more can you ask for?
I actually heard a peep out of the Chinese crew there.
They did. They were very quiet yesterday against Team Pride, but today they're starting off hot. They're getting loud. They want to win.
Getting adapted to this LAN environment, and we saw it yesterday. Swole Patrol maybe really affected by that mental game, by the word play.
You just never know. What you see here, just pretty much kind of sticking together. 3 people going to overrush this connector. Toy smartly backing off, seeing the rush, but he's going to get run over here. He does not. He takes out 1 and safely falls back to truck. Good 2 kills by 5Power. And just like that, the Swole Patrol is going to fall apart. Probably going to buy next round for sure.
That's a lot of money in the bank as well. Tell me what getting a lot of kills on the MP9 does in the early portions of a half.
I mean, it kind of snowballs you. Not only does it hand you, double the money per kill on each person, but it hands you a little confidence. You get 2-3 kills with MP9, gets you looser. It makes it harder for the other team. Little loosey-goosey. It gives the other team a bit harder to read your positioning and how you're playing. And interesting, though, that Swole Patrol, I didn't see any head armor on some of the players, but they're saving again. So maybe they're trying to do some interesting strat here. Some next level stuff.
Of course, we're talking about just the P250s right now. Swole Patrol trying to do perhaps a little tickle of damage. Cast here. Just above water. Maybe wanting to pop open this door, and Ryan's going to be history. More kills on those SMGs. That's $600 in the pocket. 5Power start to look good. They didn't even lose too many people so far this game.
Yeah, very important to stay alive on the anti-ecos.
Now the pistols are going to funnel their way into this B site. Dobu going to be the first to fall. This M4, nice swipe away headshot from Cabal. And this smoke is posted as well for his second. There's lots of weapons down so far. Dobu's M4, of course. Right in front of him. Might want to be picking that one up before the round comes to a close. And Swole Patrol's job is just to get another kill here.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get another kill, maybe even get the bomb down. They're trying to wait it out here at Monster, make it think like maybe they fell back, trying to attack as least amount of people as possible, because the 4-on-2 situation, if you don't know where they're at, you want to play pretty much, partnered up in each bomb site. That's usually the standard way of doing it. And Zelsis with a nice kill. Ignoring that pop flash. Cabal taking out Zelsis and making it look too easy. This guy, pretty sick game so far.
Yeah, he's not really been missing all too much whatsoever. On the CT side, it can be a disadvantage. You might have your aim not very hot.
Yeah, but he's starting off hot.
It's
the confidence thing. The more kills you get early, you just start doing things. You're a little less conservative. Make them stop you. It's kind of like the mentality there.
So AWP waits for one to fall, and Hits the flick on the second. That's Zealous down to half HP. Before the round's even really started, pops a flash over, aids this peak, but it's only map control for Swole Patrol so far.
Yeah, doing this little slow default. As you see, 5Power taking control of the connector and water area. This makes B a lot easier to hold if you have control of water. It makes the terrorist more cautious on their defaults, waste more utility, so they don't have that utility for executing bomb sites.
Oh, PTC, that's a fast kill. Zealous drops, and he didn't really even get all too much information for that. He knows that there's an AWP on the A site now, but that can rotate round, it could be anywhere before Swole Patrol get in. But they're playing a very slow game, and they're not getting all too much reward out of it. Toy, other side of that smoke, made a couple of steps right there. Freakazoid's definitely heard that one. Yeah,
he heard that jump right there, and so Freakazoid is trying to play a very patient game. He knows 2 people are at a bomb site at least, but what he doesn't know that there's a 3rd person there.
Toy's extremely close, and he's going to get caught off by Freak, who entries all 3. Swole Patrol might have just banked the first round on the board, and it's all up to Cabal. He's over at the B bomb site. M4 pickup. Might switch it out to an AK-47, but that is vintage Freakazoid. That's what we want to see.
Great entry kills, great patience by him. He knew where at least 2 people were, and then that 3rd person, I guess, was just, you know, icing on the cake, because 2 kills is good enough. You know, entry killing on a gun round, you just need 2 for the most part, and let your team clean up the rest. But, you know, he got all 3, so good job on Freak on that play.
That's exactly what we want to see from Freakazoid as well.
Yep. He needs to, you know, we have to have more individual, I guess, breakthroughs if Swole Patrol wants to win this event. Of course, you got to play like a team, but you got to have, you know, you have to have some rounds where, you know, you're shining, showing great shots, great decision making, you know, a combination of everything.
If you've got that entry, frag are firing on all cylinders as well. That could be the entry, the opening of a bomb site that you really need. And it only takes 1 or 2 blocks to fall and cookies to crumble before you start really building some rounds up. And you can see 5Power only taking 3 in a row means that their economy ain't too good.
It's not too great at the start. They did, though, they didn't lose too many people on the anti-eco, so you know, they're able to have some utility, but no kits. So that's interesting that none of them opt to get a kit. You'd hope to see at least 1 kit on a round like this, you know.
Toy just dodging around. These 3 Ts holding back. Just waiting for 5Power to make a mistake at this point. They want an overpeak. They want something to use. Minute 10 on the clock. They're just trying to wait for it to sweat down.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you on that, and just... they don't want, 5Power does not want this to be a bomb plant. Obviously, with no kits, it makes it a lot more difficult retaking the bomb site with that limited time of a 10-second defuse. So they're going to be playing angles where they're going for kills. They're going to be pushed up. You know, if you're going to take a bomb site, they're going to rotate, and then Toy takes out Freakazoid right there, and then Smalley falls back with low HP and try to stay alive. You know, that's the key, staying alive.
Waiting for that pop flash out. Dobu seemed a bit apprehensive as to go for the peak straight through the smoke. It's going to give a bit of space to Ryan to maybe go for something here. Another great flashbang, but Ryan's going to find it regardless. Cass straight down onto the B bomb site, got AWP support. There's only 10 seconds left on this clock. It's really whittled down so far, and that's an incorrect angle to be shooting at. 1 versus 3 now, all wrapped around, and 5Power going to be able to take their 4th.
Good job by 5Power.
5Power, you did that yesterday.
5Power staying alive in that situation, not trying to force the kills in the bomb site. Yeah, they let the bomb down, but the whole team was pretty close, and so good job on just, I think it was PTC or Erghat, just staying alive in that B bomb site. Just making sure that, hey, if you're going to push me, my teammates are ready to exchange. It's a good team play.
That's a nice cup shot as well. Remember that cup? It's up for grabs. They can literally grab it if they win this tournament.
They could.
They could.
And if they don't win, if they try to grab it, we're gonna have to tackle someone.
we don't play games
here. We don't
Do
play
you have
games
proper
here.
security here? You have like any beefy security guard?
I'm the security.
Oh, you're the security. You're the muscle.
I'm the muscle around here. I tell people, no, you can't have that. Or I could be like, hey, yeah, you can. Go ahead. It's up to me.
What would you say? What would you say yes to?
Yeah, you could have some water.
Okay.
There you go. No, you can't grab the trophy. You're not even in this tournament. Get out of here. Who are you? Who's this guy? Get out of here.
They look like they're taking this very serious, though.
Yeah, first match of the day. I think they were playing actually a tournament earlier, so Swole Patrol's pretty warmed up.
Yeah, Swole Patrol were playing ECS qualifiers earlier today against many opposition, and obviously that's another big league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always good when you come into the first match of today with already 3-4 matches played under your belt. You're warmed up. You know, you most likely firing all cylinders, and look at Cabal making eco rounds look way too easy again. The eco master.
They're not even doing any damage here. Fully flashed finds his third. There's support from Urcast, and no damage is going to be done by the Swole Patrol side. 5-1.
I know when a lot of people will have eco rounds, there's always this mentality maybe to get it over with. I don't like that mentality. I hate that mentality. Even though you have Glocks or pistols or something, make it difficult for the opponents. You know, don't just always rush somewhere. I mean, sometimes the rush is the play, but make sure you have a good mentality about it. Trying your hardest, because just what's the point of playing only 75% of rounds, you know?
You've got to enjoy it.
You got to enjoy it. You got to keep trying to win every single round.
Ryan's actually snuck right through this smoke, and 5Power don't know it's coming. That flash is perfect, and he spotted the second as well. Cabal trying to slither away, but he's going to have to do work with this AK-47. Backs off, firebomb down. And Silent's going to finally dispatch of him. Urcast has a lot of work to do now. A couple of players low means that this AWP is going to be rendered useless up top. He needs to get into a better position as Toy goes for the flank. Nobody seems to know it. Freakazoid needs to start to wake up, and he does! What a headshot right there. Swole Patrol might be on the board for this second round, and Urcast, he's got a lot to do. That smoke posted, and the AWP roaming. Oh, and he misses by an inch. 5-2.
Very close. Great round about Swole Patrol. I like how Ryan snuck up over there. 5Power playing a weak monster area on that B bomb site, and Swole Patrol completely took advantage of that. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a bit more emphasis and Molotovs and stuff towards that monster now, so that will never happen again.
That's a big mistake to make this early in the game as well, when you're supposed to be on point and you're supposed to be hitting everything.
Yeah.
In terms of the tactics, when you're supposed to be making less mistakes instead of more. Maybe that's a worrying sign.
It's very difficult to really fire in all 4 cylinders as Freakazoid.
Freakazoid's look great so far.
Yeah, he's playing really good right now. Especially as 5Power's a pug. Again, that's going to be some of the troubles they're going to run into as a pug, a pickup team, is that they don't know the timings or exactly how my teammate plays in this bomb site. You know, I've never, you know, they play with each other a couple times, so it can be a little nerve-wracking sometimes playing with people you don't know how they play, especially in a match situation for thousands of dollars.
5Power playing it very passive at this point. Apart from this push right here on the B bomb site that Cooper kind of sniffed out, he's just waiting for it. As the clock ticks down to 30, or 50 that is, my bad. Swole Patrol are going to circle in on this A bomb site. The bomb does look like it's targeted towards a pointy letter. And then Zealous first in instead of Freakazoid this time. This crossfire looks good. The flashes are great as well, but they're going to peek it straight in. This team coordination in play looks great. And Toy being held out by the smoke grenades. Swole Patrol, all they have to do is back off and cover it. There's this bomb already planted and posted. Ticking down as they want to move this AWP in. Oh, there's a smoke grenade. He's already on the defuse and nobody's grabbing it. They're forcing out these players and they're actually getting all the kills as well. Swole Patrol facing with everybody.
Oh,
and Silence positions up as well.
Retake.
A great retake from the Asian side.
I'm so impressed with that smoke. Tap the bomb, bait them out. High-level play coming from 5Power. They're excited. You saw their faces. They were like, yeah, that was pretty easy. And then Swole Patrol bit on every single one of those players peaked at the same time, kind of like almost panicking. Oh, they smoked the bomb. They're defusing. They're fusing. And then 5Power took advantage of that. They just mowed them down.
Swole Patrol over towards B site once again. Those fire grenades. The Molotovs are on point this time. Going to stop Swole from going for any of those rushes. The 2 rounds that they've won have been those gimmicky entry plays. It's been a lapse in defense, lapse in judgment, where one person has single-handedly opened up the bomb site. Either Zealous towards B or Freakazoid towards A.
And 5Power just guessing correctly. Almost every time Swole Patrol has hit a bomb site, there's at least 3 people, either A or B. 5Power just has a really, I guess, great idea what, which bomb site Swole Patrol is going to hit next.
Here they go. Where are the nades? They haven't got all too many, but they're throwing in what little they've got before this push onto B. Cabal fully flashed, caught in the corner, but Dobu's going to bail him out. 3 fast frags, and Urcast almost looking to finish off the job himself. Leaves Cooper a little bit of space, but he's going to whiff the shot, miss it. 7-2 is going to be our scoreline.
Good round by Dobu. Actually, Swole Patrol was on the verge of just overtaking that bomb site after killing Cabal at Monster, but Dobu with 3 kills on that catwalk just saved 5Power from losing that round. I mean, you hate to see something like that, because Swole Patrol, I mean, they correctly, I think they did a pretty good job of entering the bomb site. It's just they lined up on catwalk, and Dobu just, 3 kills with 15 bullets. It's not a good sign.
Oh, they're about to rush into this MP9. He only gets 1, surprisingly, and a double Molotov.
Oh, nice
a bit
reaction.
Overkill right there.
Nice reaction by 5Power to just both. Well, I mean, both is maybe too many mollies, but at least one person reacted immediately to Molotov that exited connector. So 5Power showing some great teamwork here.
They're really doing well in these eco rounds as well. Really not giving up all too much. This time it was 1. Last time I think it was 1 as well. And this is what's really worrying for this T side. It's 5Power have been like systematically great on the T side. As of late. All of their games, they've been doing decent. Yesterday, Mirage against Pride, it was their T side that really showed up.
Yeah.
Against Swole Patrol as well, that's where they close out the game. They've got that coming up. They could book a spot in the grand final in the next 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, 5Power just showing
a couple more
great
rounds
teamwork. Exchanging kills properly. Their timing is pretty good. It's rare that you just catch them out by themselves. You have a couple people here or there. Just
those were some great grenades as well. That's forced some rats out the hole. Freakazoid's going to hit a great headshot. Ryan as well might be bailing them out. Dobu's got a lot of work to do, but he can't do any. Ryan's going to find a follow-up and second headshot. Straight onto this B bomb site. And it doesn't matter how good your nades are, doesn't matter how good your utility usage is. If you're not hitting your headshots, and Swole Patrol can just blast faces open like that, they're going to win every round.
Yeah, one of the 5Power players messed up a Molotov because he was supposed to throw a Molotov on the catwalk area and then swing towards the water to the ramp, or maybe peek over the ramp or whatnot. He completely missed. Like, he quick switched too early, so not only he had to focus on Monster, which a majority of people were coming through, but he also had to worry about catwalk because he missed his Molotov opening or timing window. So that just, it kind of stretches you out as a, camping in a bomb site. If they execute, you want to try to block off one part of the opening, whether it's catwalk or Monster, then focus on, where they're coming out.
Swole Patrol need to put their minds to chaining multiple rounds together now, because all the 2 previous times, or both the 2 previous times, they've only taken 1.
Yeah.
Now they have to do a bit more.
I think they may be doing a little too much defaultness, if that makes sense, where, 5Power's a pug, they're not that coordinated. Maybe you got to go, what Pride was, doing to them was just kind of showing them no respect. Be a little more scrimmy, because their team strats is kind of too, how do you say, it's too predictable in a way. And 5Power is just almost reading that every time.
They're electing to go for this B site right now, which means that they've got to hit headshots.
Yeah. With 5Power, they have a person push in the connector. So again, they're going to have 3 people stacking this B bomb site. And Swole Patrol trying to force it here, but exchange kills going in favor. Actually, it's a wash for both teams. And slowly, even with 3 people stacked in the bomb site, Swole Patrol managed to break through, but there's a fast flank coming up. And Urcast had an opportunity to get his team back in the round. Now it's up to Toy on a 1-on-2 situation. And Cooper taking him out with low HP. Swole Patrol barely squeaking by that round, but hey, a win is a win. Now they got to, you know, building up a little momentum on their side.
That flank looked like the place to watch for a couple of moments right there, but Zealous
was too slow. Well, not Zealous, but
yeah, Zealous was too quick.
Too quick. The flanker was just a little too slow.
Yeah.
And then Swole Patrol got wind of it, and
maybe they heard a footstep. It seemed like they had a little bit of information there, and they reacted perfectly to it.
It's either hear a footstep or your teammates are kind of pushed up, maybe like towards the graffiti area. And if you're like the anchor person, you always want to be watching flanks. It's a staple. If you're the anchor, watch the flanks if the bomb is down. Can't tell you how many pugs where the anchor does not watch the flank and just rage, baby rage.
Bears rage.
Yes. I don't rage too much anymore.
Not too much. You seem pretty chilled.
I'm old.
You seem
I'm older.
pretty,
like, you know,
like stoner chilled.
Raging is a young man's game. Yeah. Okay.
I'm only 19, so I'm in my raging prime.
You're in your raging prime for sure.
Yeah. Shining all
if you're under 25, you're just raging all day. You're just raging at everything.
All the time.
People
would know that.
Downvoting. I'm downvoting everything. Yeah. I hate my life.
Sky on Reddit. Downvote.
Downvote. How can you downvote?
Cooper and Cabal trading out frags. Toy trying to spray away with that deagle. PTC hidden away in this smoke. Going to get caught out by Zealous. Quick from him. Swole Patrol finally forcing out, not quite an eco, but this Quasi with pistols, with armor. It's just not enough to work with. Now a 1 versus 3. In Toy, he needs to find a fast frag here, but nobody's showing ahead, nobody revealing themselves, nobody giving him anything to work with. Means that he's going to have to fall back at some point. I have to save this AK-47 and all spotted out. Means that there's no chance in this round.
Good plays by both teams. I like what Toy was doing. It's a little risky peeking that, but they're buying next round, and I think he's trying to get 1 or 2 more kills, you know, chipping away at the economy of Swole Patrol. And after he was spotted out, he fell back and saved the gun, so not re-peek the angle. Great play by Toy and great post plant by Swole Patrol. So
I think that this matchup is one of the best storylines we've got in this competition. And that, I think that that's what makes international play really interesting as well, because we come in and we're all making bets, we're all giving our opinions, but nobody really knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows when these Asian teams, Chinese teams, Mongolian teams come into play, Americans and Europeans, how they're going to size up. I think that's one of the really interesting things about this first Allied International tournament.
I mean, there's so many people in Asia that it's just a numbers game that they will be good players. I mean, you take a stats game right here. You know, if there will be good players coming out of, you know, China, South Korea, as you saw from, you know, Overwatch and whatnot for FPSs. I'm speaking strictly FPSs, guys. So Asia's always been kind of behind the scenes, you know, like behind everybody in FPSs, but it's changing. It's going to be a matter of time before they start making a huge impact on the CSGO scene.
Making a bit of a splash.
Making a splash.
Smoke dissipated, a couple of headshots in, a nice bit of damage, but it's all down to Cabal now as they funnel into him. Oh, nades out, almost getting caught off guard. Means Freakazoid and Silent can find kills, and it's all down to the AWP, which springs away. Smokes are down, but there's not all too much cover as this bomb gets dropped. Tapping in the numbers, as this might be one of the pivotal moments here. And Silent's got this angle on lockdown, doesn't spot the shadow, can't hit the flick, and it means Freakazoid's in this 1 versus 2. Needs to spring back into shape, and he's got full health to be able to do this. His position has been compromised, though, and he gets whittled down by just the USP.
5Power is showing really good mid-game, late-game decisions. As you see, every time there's an unfavorable situation for 5Power, they're staying alive. They're falling back, waiting for their teammates, and I love seeing that. They're playing extremely smart and just outplayed the Swole Patrol right there. Just brilliant play, actually. I'm really impressed with these guys.
I think this could be a tactical pause.
No tactical.
Oh, it isn't?
No, it's just going.
Felt like a long one.
It could be.
Not quite. Straight in here. Toy pushed right up in no man's land. Means he's only going to be able to trade. This could be double digits for 5Power. And how big is that coming onto their more favored T side?
It's pretty good. Having 10 runs and CT overpass is pretty good. I mean, you can't be comfortable really, because it can be sometimes pretty CT-sided if the ops are on point for the CTs. But I mean, 5Power not really showing much of an op game, but they're just making very smart decisions in the mid-late game, where working together almost perfectly on these post-plant kind of retakes. So that's what's really pulling them through. I think Swole Patrol could have probably won another 2-3 rounds if 5Power didn't play that good in their retakes.
This B site seems very like a lax defense. Only Cabal here. I know he's been hitting his shots, but this is a lot of trust to put on the shoulders of just one player. Swole Patrol with the perfect read, going to be pushing right into him, but he's doing plenty of damage. Him and PTC chipping in. AWP in M4, and they're going to go for this boost straight over, and it looks like Silent might be watching for it. Cooper looking out as well. PTC misses the fast flick. And Cooper's able to nail a headshot. Cabal's next in line. Cooper keeping them alive in this one. Finally going to drop, but Silent, he needed to get out of there quicker.
I don't think planning right there was the right call that quickly, because Cooper was kind of pushed up in graffiti. There's no way Cooper, well, I mean, Cooper could have killed them as they're coming across the catwalk, but it's such a hard angle that maybe a fake plant just to bait out them rushing out like that. Because going straight for the plant right there just exposes you too much. You know, you're executing B, you don't know who's flanking or whatnot, and so you kind of have to expect a fast flank or something like that. Because 5Power's been fast flanking the entire game. Every time they hit B, there's always someone coming up catwalk, always someone coming from Monster on the flank. So you got to be aware of that.
This pistol round is so important, isn't it?
Oh, Swole Patrol needs to win this pistol. You don't want to lose pistol, 11-5 on your CT side. Don't want to give them any more momentum. 5Power, that is.
Sad thing is, I really want to... Oh, look at this. The flank. Oh, and he's missing shots. Cast! 180 degrees. Absolutely blasts Zealous. Goodbye.
Oh. Yeah, the guy kept jumping. It's like, why are you jumping?
There's a lot of pressure there. You know what this means. You know the context. You know how much money's up for grabs as well. $25,000 up for grabs all to total.
Definitely a hard angle. So don't hate on Zealous too much.
I'm not hating.
Shooting someone. Well, I'm talking about people in chat. I know they're just calling him bot Zealous right now.
No, I'm in my rage prime though.
Your rage prime. You're right. I mean, you could. It's understandable. You're just gonna call him bot Zealous, but it's so hard hitting people from behind with a USP and you're jumping around like that. It's just you're trying to get that headshot, because anything else is probably resulting in death. And it's just awkward.
Freakzoid's pushed up long. He's just waiting for this angle, but Evidence going to be greeting him as Cooper goes for the jump. He gets a nice bit of information there. Cass just waiting around on this bomb site, about to make his push in. Silent is giving him a lot to work with, revealing his head a little too much, but Cass can't can't capitalize, can't take it off. Until now, he's going to find the one, and this bomb's going down. He's going to be found. He's pinching in this bomb site. Silent's going to neutralize him. What an important pistol round.
Very important pistol round. Good job from Cooper getting those 2 kills in the bomb site, really slowing down the plant. They didn't even get the plant down because of that. And that's huge for Swole Patrol. And that's the first time I heard them even say anything all match. After they won pistol, they just all started yelling like, yeah, let's go.
You need to put the energy back into the game.
You have to bring it more, guys. You guys are a little too quiet. A little too quiet.
I want to hear them.
I want to hear them too.
Sound cancelling headphones.
There you go. I want the audience to hear them through our mics. That's how loud I want it to be. Yes, even though they're right next to our mouths. Let's make it work.
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Pistols all round for 5Power. Armor all round as well, apart from PTC, who obviously wants that AWP. He's been playing so well with it both yesterday and today. I wouldn't want to deprive him of the chance for scope rifle.
I've been liking teams that are buying more Thomases on the second 4 spy rounds. I've been liking that. I personally like it.
Dobu going for these peaks, looking left and right, but everybody's swinging into him. It's Cooper with 2. Zealous as well to hold this down. Cabal wants a couple more. He's found 1. He's going for his fast steaks, but everybody's going to pick him at once. Great play by Swole Patrol. And it's really interesting. Getting the FAMASes instead of the SMGs, it's because you're prepping up for that 3rd round buy. When you feel the bomb plant in that first, you know that, oh, perhaps they're going to go for that buy in the 3rd. So you want to be prepared. You don't want to get SMGs and then have to pick up rifles or be behind in that 3rd. But unknown to them, 5Power pick up those pistols, they pick up the Kevlar, and they won't be able to buy in this 3rd. And they keep the rifles alive anyway, so it means minimal reinvestment, and it means that they can build that bank.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, did they buff the FAMAS like 3-4 months ago, 5 months ago? Do you remember? For some reason, something tells me that maybe they made the FAMAS just a little better, and it's kind of going back to the meta where people are so good with pistol armors.
They put better FAMAS skins in.
You put better FAMAS. Yeah, that's what makes it so much better. But if you if people have been so good with pistol armor that if you lose, let's say the anti-eco or whatnot, and you have a FAMAS, you still have a good 800 in the bank still, instead of over-investing for an M4, maybe no head armor, or going for a submachine gun, where if you win the round, you still have to rebuy anyways on the gun round, unless you're going to be, play that risky play, maybe play up close with a submachine gun. But teams are pretty keen on catching on to that. If you have a submachine gun, they'll notice that from the round before, and some players just keep it, try to make more money or, play as money hungry as possible, and then teams could definitely abuse that.
The thing to abuse this round, though, is it's only 1 UMP. Everybody else on the rifles, silent on that scope rifle. Ooh. Oh, and he reveals a skull. Bit of a scalp, a little bit of hair right there.
A little bit. He has nice hair, by the way, silent. So you see his picture. He's throwing it out. I want him to throw it out more.
Throw his hair out?
His hair can be gigantic if he wanted to. Just let it out, man. Let it hang out.
Let it down. Let your hair down when you're playing CSGO. Well, remember the scoreline yesterday was 16-8. Swole Patrol already on that 8-round mark, so doing a little better than they were this time yesterday, which is what we want to see. We want to see a close match out of this one. We want to see a battle to get to our grand finals in about half an hour's time.
Look at this angle. Oh,
that's one that I don't see very often.
It's looks like a very, actually didn't look like a hard shot in terms of them walking, but if they're, that was a good shot to hit. But if they're like jumping across, obviously the angle doesn't work, but since they're all walking everywhere, he had a very good chance of hitting that.
Cass going to be the first man in here. Let's see if he can do a freak sword on this bomb site, because there are 3 players. Cooper going to be baiting out the shots, and Urcast needs to hit something here. There's a HE dunked on through, not going to do all too much damage. A smoke grenade gives him a little bit of cover to go for this 1 versus 1, and he's going to nail it. But he doesn't know that there's a second man in this bomb site. Oh, he does, apparently, because he's going to nail that frag. Cooper right back. 2 versus 2, and Dobu with barely any time left. Hattigas has bombed down right now. Is Ryan going to peek him? No, he doesn't. Almost loses his life for it as well. Swole Patrol going to put a couple more points on the board.
My eyes got really big for a second. Is he going to peek him? Is he not? He's going to wait? What's going to happen? You have to peek him? He peeks him after he plants? Like, oh no.
That felt like a little too close for comfort.
That was definitely close for comfort. 5Power, though, still getting the bomb down, so take a win in that. But Swole Patrol slowly creeping back into this, building economy, getting momentum. So far, the ball's looking pretty good in their court. Even though they're down by 1 round, It's putting 5Power in an awkward 4 spot. I don't think they expected to buy, but now they are, and so they're going to have very low utility. 3 smokes, a flash and an A, that's it.
Freakazoid on your screen right there, next to his brother. Bit of brotherly love.
Both jacked. They both work out.
Would beat me up.
Just because you have muscle doesn't make you a good fighter. Just to let you know that.
I bet I'm the trashiest fighter in this whole arena.
Just aim at the knees, man.
Aim at the knees? Just kick to the knee?
Kick to the knee, you'll take out any big dude. Sorry, I don't condone violence.
Sounds like an endorsement.
Oh no.
Pistols out, this is so messy. How the hell did Freakazoid
it.
manage that? That's the bomb down as well. That could be huge, and this is a gun round. This isn't any old throwaway. But Freakazoid overextends a bit, gives away his life, gives away the man advantage. 5Power going to be trying to wrap into this one before Silent. It's the pair of orbs looking to rain this one down. Great shot from Dobu. As Silent gone, there's one of the scopes out of action. And Commission and Ryan. Oh, this could be huge! Only
so
just
close.
misses the second. And you could see that, the pain on their faces. Freakazoid wincing. You knew how close that one was.
That was so close. And I like what Freakazoid did that round. Swole Patrol
headshots.
Well, that is really nice too. But Swole Patrol's been playing pretty passive, and their A's and B's kind of conservative. And this round, on the gun round, he pushes out and gets 2 kills out Monster, which works wonderfully. But he didn't have teammates to back him up, and you know that's the problem. If you're going to push, you want to do it together as a team. So if you accidentally die or you know you get someone really low, you have someone to help you out in exchange right away.
The double AWP setup from Swole Patrol. The change-up. It's going to be Silent with the scope rifle towards the A site. And it looks like they do want a bit of this cheeky scope action. He's going to throw down a great Molotov, and they're going to push it before. Almost 2 for 1 as Silent falls back, but not back far enough. His Freakazoid's going to be the next to drop. Zealous in a difficult position here, and they are looking for him. They are watching, and Urkas going to hit such a fast shot.
That's so unlucky for
practically
Silent.
over.
They're so unlucky for Silent. He doubled someone, and just you wish you got that 2 kills instead of 1. Because if you got that 2 kills, it would be a way different round.
Really changed the game. It slows you down as well when you lose 2
players. Kind of hesitates, makes you hesitate maybe a little bit. Even if you don't hesitate, you only have to worry about 1 more person instead of maybe 2 more people. That could make a big difference in staying alive or getting that extra, 3rd kill.
They're going for this Hunter cast. Oh,
all right.
It's a nice one as well.
He wants to save this off. Cooper,
might
though.
actually be able to.
Cooper's having a great game so far. He's hitting his shots. He's holding Swole Patrol into it. Keep it up. So keeping the up for the next round is huge. That's something you always want to do. It can be a huge impact on ecos or gun rounds. Just put that off somewhere, try to get that fast pick maybe. You have a good spawn. Cooper's going to just keep it because he's feeling good. He's feeling hot. So Swole Patrol doing something a little different. They're playing heavy towards connector. I like this move, being a little more aggressive. You got pistols. Keep it close range. Bait the opper, or have the opper bait your pistols, is what I mean.
This is a really pivotal round, though, isn't it? This is quite a bit of investment from Swole Patrol, and it puts them down so far if they actually don't win this one. If they don't pick it up, they'll be down 13-9, a possible 14-9 scoreline, and 5Power just a couple of moments away then from our grand finals later.
Yeah, that's you never want to be in a 14-9 situation. It puts a lot of pressure on your team. And so Swole Patrol wants to, even though they did a 4 spy, they want to come out with a win in this round.
Come out swinging.
Swing it back in their favor.
And with the CZs, that's definitely possible. We saw how much impact the Pistols had yesterday, especially a couple of these players. Zealous seemed really great with the Pistols.
Yes, indeed. And look at 5Power just creeping up. Going to be a B contact play here. But Freakazoid is going to take out one toy with a nice exchange. Ryan here just kind of sitting alone on catwalk, trying to at least cover something.
Nade's going to rain in. Toy's going to be the first man in, forced up by a Molotov. Looking every single angle, but Zelsis with the CZ has to do something right now. Ryan only gets 1, and that might not be enough. With the M4, that spray potential. has potential to get some kills. Elsys going to take off a nice sideline with the CZ, and it leaves PTC all alone with the AWP. Going to make his way through, and they're not checking for him right now. Spots out one, and there's a flick. Actually,
No way.
He actually backs off. How the hell does he manage that one? But Cooper on this bomb, he's going for it. He's going for it. PTC,
No.
when's he going to peek? It's too late. PTC out of action, out of commission. Finds that revenge frag, and you can see what that means to them. Handshakes, high fives, fist bumps all round.
Ooh, it's a huge round for Swole Patrol to win. And Cooper with the ballsy play. Pros don't fake. That's what they say. That's what they do. 5Power just, I mean, it was a miracle enough that PTC managed to survive that, being exposed from that catwalk angle for so long, and managed to bunny hop out of there. So Swole Patrol redeems themselves, getting the kill or getting the defuse.
Toy, other side of this smoke, has to contend with this UMP, and he's going to do it perfectly. Oh no, 5Power, they come alive right after that. That lost clutch doesn't seem to affect their pace whatsoever. No doubts in their mind, straight onto A. Silent's going to be next in line to fall. Toy is looking on point with 2. They're going to have to fall back and save these M4s, but will 5Power let them? They're already going for this charge.
If he had a kit, maybe sneak it in. Oh, Maximus. Freaky's getting taken out. And now this looks really bad for Swole Patrol, where they just got reset when it's 13-10. Oh, you have to do another wonky force spy with at least one M4 on their side. Cooper might, no, actually you probably won't have enough money because he died last round.
As Ryan desperately trying to keep alive this M4, won't happen. 13-10.
Yeah, the money is looking so dire for Swole Patrol. They have to force spy. Well, I mean, they don't have to force spy. I mean, they could save it.
It's a bit of a dilemma at this point, isn't it?
I mean, you don't have to force spy, but I guess mathematically it makes sense because of how the money system works. But that's just people just doing math. I mean, you have to go with an instinct sometimes, you know? You got a 20% chance to win. Sometimes you bet your house on it. I don't know. You can't just do math all day. It doesn't work all the time.
You don't. You don't bet your house on the 20%.
Well, if you want to win a tournament, you got to put everything on the line. You can't just play the safe play all the time. Doing math is a safe play.
Eric doesn't like doing math. Eric can't do math.
I did calculus in high school. Come on. I did it. Doesn't mean I like it. But that was a long time ago. I think everyone was probably in kindergarten when I was in high school.
In the womb.
In the womb. You guys were eating applesauce when I was winning tournaments. That's how old I am.
Cass boosted up here. A great vantage point onto this B bomb site. Ryan's going to swing in with the pistol. And this is a big deal right now. Silent going to actually manage to get one as Dogu tries to pour his way in, and Cooper for 2. That could be a big play. Levels it back to a 2 versus 2 as PTC goes for this flank. It's Glock's out as he throws a receding flash back to aid his escape, the great escape.
And with 30 seconds left in the round, 5Power is going to, you know, just stick together, but take it slow, make it think maybe, hey, we might be going A. But you know what? Swole Patrol playing it pretty smart, sticking together. Oh, not anymore. As soon as I say that, Zelzis runs away. Cooper's in a tough spot with such little HP. He's going to have to at least do something here big.
Oh, that's a headshot as well. Cooper's gone, and it's all down to Zealous. He's not going to kit as well, so he's got to move fast. He's got to find a very quick opening here, and I don't know if 5Power are going to give it to him. As he makes his way through, he's checking out all these angles. Going to be mollied back as well. Straight up, it's so crucial as well, and they're not giving him an inch to work with. Apart from that one, PTC gone, and Cabal, he's going to be flashed out of this one. And oh my
so
lord,
close.
Zealous, how close was that? 14 for 5Power, and you can see
That's a
big
clincher.
sigh of relief.
That's a clincher right there.
On the Asian side.
Yeah, these guys are doing it again. They're doing it again. These 5Power just has Swole Patrol's number. And you have to thank Toy on this one. Being a former teammate as some of these players on Swole Patrol, he knows how they play. He knows the tendencies. And is he calling strats? You know if he's calling strats 4 or 5? He is? The English?
In English.
The English speaker.
They're calling in English, they're communicating in English, and Toy's doing a lot of the talking.
And that's just a pretty amazing job to gather this pug to, you know, to almost doing really well and almost dominating a team that's been together for months, that's been practicing every day for months.
I've been playing for years.
You've been playing for years?
Do you know what that's from?
What?
That was Motem's trash talk yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I've been playing for years.
He has no idea. Freakazoid has been playing since 2006. All right, he's been playing for a decade. Okay. And he lifts. I'm gonna say that every time I talk about Freakazoid. He lifts. That should trump everything else.
Donald Trump and everything.
Oh, don't ever say that again. Not in here.
Very liberal place.
We're liberals in California.
Sunny Santa Ana. It's not so sunny in Washington. Toy checking it all about. Getting that one frag. And remember, this is just an eco round. So Swole are going to be 5 down. Map and match point facing them. Does this put a lot of pressure on?
Oh, I can't imagine Swole Patrol. They're sweating. I'm sweating right now.
Sweating.
I'm sweating right now. I can't imagine them, what their armpits smell like, man. It's going to be just stinky.
Unbelievable.
We got 250s, P250s. There you go. That's all you need.
AK-47 as well. Something to work with. No Kevlar. Means this one is slightly neutralized. Look at those kills from Cabal. 25 frags this game so far. He ain't doing too shabby.
Yeah, it's always great to do well. And now 5Power on match point, 15-10. Swole Patrol needs something to get them going. They came back from before, but can they do it again? Etherian last night took Swole Patrol to the limit in overtime. Swole Patrol had to come back towards the last, was it 4 rounds?
Yeah, they've done it before.
Yeah.
They've got the mental fortitude. They've got the mental resilience. In 5Power, sometimes we haven't seen it just yet on the T side. We've not seen them get shut down on the T side by any team just yet. Even Pride yesterday kind of struggled with that one, so we could see a close one there as well.
And you got to credit that to 5Power's exchanges. Their exchanges are on point.
The funny thing is, if Swole Patrol lose one more round, that trophy is not staying in the US.
That's true. That's right, guys. If we have not mentioned that, the winners of this tournament, the trophy goes in their region. So Swole Patrol wins tournaments in US. If Pride wins it, it's in Poland.
No,
or is it Europe?
Just Europe. Yeah.
Europe, okay. And then let's go to Asia if 5Power wins. And they'll get their names engraved. Just like the Stanley
special,
Cup.
Isn't it?
That's
like
pretty
the Stanley
special.
Cup. Everybody at the airport was like, "Oh, so it's like the Stanley Cup?"
That sounds like a typical American right there.
Yeah, I've heard so much stuff about the Stanley Cup now; it make your head spin.
It's a good tradition. I like the Stanley Cup. I think it's my favorite sports trophy out of all of them.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. I like it.
So Swole Patrol, they need to hold this one back 5 times in a row. Not an easy feat, and 5Power going to be starting to slither their way in. It's Cabal going to be the first man open. Silent going to hit that fast flick, and he's going back for a little bit more. Spots out the head, and that's a wallbang. That's a headshot. Another one from Silent. Oh. Huge no-scope as Silent decimates 5Power. See you later, boys. That's a clutch play to keep them back in this tournament. And Cooper's going to finish off the job. 11 rounds. This one's going to be close.
Come on, son. Show some excitement. You just hit 4 kills. Keeping your team in the game.
Oh, he's silent. He's not doing any shouting.
It's not just a clever name. Just a little fist bump. Keeping his team alive. 4 brilliant kills. I like it.
Oh, and the triple orb as well. This is a risk to take.
I guess you lose, you're out of the game anyway, so they're going to do something little unorthodox here. And this might catch 5Power really off guard. 3 Alps is
the scary thing is, if if you get up close and personal with 3 AWPs, if you're not silent, if you're not hitting those fast no-scopes, it's very difficult to contend with. And one of those AWPs is already down. Celsius drops.
So they might not expect 2 AWPs now. So this might, well, Swole Patrol hopes it will work. But 5Power playing them very patiently, gathering up here at this B bomb site. All 5 players are here. And so there's going to be an explosion of nades, utility, and then just running on in.
Right around this corner. They're going to have to pour into him. That flash is perfect, though, as he swings out. The AWP misses. Ryan goes huge, but it's still a 3 versus 2. It's still not enough. Is silent with an AWP. That retake's going to be so difficult, and Toys just charging into him, and it's map point as well, match point. Silent's going to hit this shot right now, and he does, but it might not be enough, and another one as well.
Goodness.
Silent's hitting such fast shots right now, and Urkas has barely any health left. Finds just the one, and it's all down to Freakazoid. He's going to have to go huge. He's going to have balls of steel to finish off this game. And he's tapped the bomb. He's waiting for Urkas to make his way in, and Freakazoid doesn't know where to go. He doesn't have any time to really mess with anymore. And Urkas, when's he going to go for this peak? When's he going to make it? And he does it, a headshot. That's the game-setting match. What a clutch shot. Freakazoid and co out of the tournament. It's going to be an Asian team in the grand final.
5Power upsetting Swole Patrol again.